and welcome to Tranquility, the Ascent on Tabletop Simulator. Here we are, this lovely version created by Richard Woods. Just briefly talk you through the setup. So we're going to play with two expansion modules today. We've got the Panorama objectives. So these are specific number sequences that we need to form in the mountain during the game. We are also playing with the Green Path. In the full version, you'll have a little green hiker meeple, which will be really nice. That's only a visual reminder for everyone who's playing so that you can see, okay, yes, we are playing with the Green Path. It's very easy to forget that in the middle of a game. So that will be there. It's not in this version. In the solo game, you have a hand of 6, one of which is a bridge, and then 5 randomly from the deck. So as you can see, I then drew another one. And all of the ones have been removed. And finally, you have 3 guide ropes. So this allows you to mulligan, to basically do over your hand. So you say, I really don't want this hand. I'm going to shuffle all of those back in and then draw a new hand. So those are some of the changes that you have for the solo game. So I'm going to narrate as I'm going, which is going to help me play and also hopefully help you see what's going on. I'm not going to be teaching the game, so I'm assuming that you're going to have some understanding of how the game works, or you'll learn as we go. Okay, wonderful. So here is my starting hand. It's an interesting one because I don't have particularly cards close to each other in numbers. I'm probably going to go straight in with a 2 because I have a couple of bridges, which, oh, and there you go, there's a 3. Okay, let's do a bridge for now. Good grief. Okay, that's 3 out of my 5 bridges out right near the start. That's interesting. I'm hoping that you can't hear my son screaming in the background. He should be having his nap. Alright, well, let's pop the 3 in there. So, oh, look, I need 888 for one of these panoramas, and I've already got 2 of them, so I could possibly think about them going in here. Obviously I couldn't place that one there, that would be unsupported. I've also got the start of a 445, or rather I've got the end because I have a 5 here, but we know that the numbers are started ahead of in that direction. So what if I placed a bridge in here? That could be a 4. And then we'll need another bridge or a 4 in there, and then the 5. Well, it's early to be using all these bridges, but let's go for it. Okay. No discard when placing next to a bridge, or at least not like this. Fine. Oh, and look at that. We need 888, and I have 3 8s in my hand. So, let's start with the red one. And then we'll do green. I'm not too worried about the green path at this point because I've still got 3 slots down the bottom here and this one, although that can't be green now, and these 2 slots here. So I'm not worried about the green path just yet. So 8, 8, draw up, 8. Okay, and the thing to remember with the panorama objectives is that you, immediately on completing them, you turn it over to show that you've done it. And this will just remove it and we'll say, look, already done that, fantastic. So now I could be moving some of these if I really wanted to, later on with a campfire for instance. So we now still need the 445 and the 10, 10, 11, and we also want a green path. So probably one of these 2 ideally would be a green, because it is easier when you go up from the middle with the green path. But we'll have to see what we draw in terms of 4, 4, 5. Okay, I've got a red 5 which I can't place yet because that is obviously red. I could play the 6. I've got my first summit card. You have 5 of those shuffled in. I'll need to obviously keep 1 for the end of the game. And I could also play a 7 here, although, like I say, if I'm playing a green one here, that would be slightly limiting. But let's go for that, because I could always place the green 6 there. So, first summit card gone. Discards are always face down. Obviously, it doesn't really matter when you're playing solo, except for the fact that you can't look at your own discard pile either, because that'd be too easy. Okay, we've got another 5, which we don't really need, but I can place it there for free. I could play a green 6 in here, assuming that this is going to be green. That would allow the green path to be heading up, so I might do that. It's going to be a discard of 1. What do we think? Probably keep the 5s. I've got 10, 10, 11. I've got a lot of 11s to play with, so I could get rid of that one for now. Down it goes. Okay, there is a green campfire, so that would allow me to move a green card up the mountain at some point. Don't want to do that just yet. I think we'll take some free plays. So let's have green 5 and the red 5. Drawn a 2. Can't go in there because it's red. We're going to need a blue, ideally 2 or 3 in there for a discard of 1. We're still waiting for 4s to go in these 2 slots. Interesting. I could start a new row with 3s. This is the last row I can play 3s on because it's the 3rd row up. Obviously I couldn't then play a 2 because that would be the highest row a 2 can be played on is the 2nd row up. But that might not be a bad idea. Let's do... We've had lots of reds out, so let's do blue. Another 5. Okay. Well, it's a free placement. Let's do that. I've completed the base of the mountain. Okay, let's do another 3 in there. Hallelujah, we have a 4. Now, I want the green path, so it has to go in there. Okay, so no cost. No, that's not true. There's going to be a cost of 1 because I'm placing next to the 5. So when you're covering a bridge, basically, you're going to take the highest value. This has no value. This has a value of 5, so the difference between those is 1. So I don't think I'm going to play this red 2, so let's discard that one. My chair is doing auto collapse very helpfully. Okay, I've got 2 more summit cards, so that would bring me up to 3 discarded if they go. And one of these is ideally going to be green, because this is the best green path going for me at the moment. Got a slight shortage of cards that can go in here. I could use a mulligan, and I could say, well, let's go again. And you know what? I think I will. So I'm going to discard one of those, and we put all of these back in to the draw pile. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Draw 6 more. Okay, it's not radically different, but we do have a 4 we could have played there, except it's red. Very helpful. And we can't play it there because that needs to be blue because we're between red and green. You have to cover all bridges during the game, so obviously these do need to be complete at some point. I can always discard 2 cards. That's your other option. You always have that. Yes, I think we'll get rid of 2 summit cards. So I've discarded 3 already. 2 more left. And this is a challenging card draw at this point. So I've got a blue campfire, which would be helpful, except I have no useful blue cards down the bottom. Wow. That's interesting. I could start a new row, but I've only got 1 card to play there, and then I need this row to continue, which I can't do at the moment. So that's interesting. Okay, well, we've got a couple of 12s, so let's hope that I draw something useful. Oh, well, look at that. A blue 2 to go in there. So I'm going to have to discard 1 because the highest difference between the 2 and the 3 is the 3. So I can get rid of something. What do I want to get rid of? Let's do... fine, blue 10. Which possibly wasn't the best idea because I do need 10, 10, 11 for this one, but we'll see how it goes. So we were still 1 card away from doing our 4, 4, 5. We still know we can't play that one. I did draw another blue 3, so that could go in there. Okay, let's do that. No discard. Now again, this one or this one needs to be green. I could do the 4, the red 4 in there, and wait for a green card to go in there. I could now also play this green 12 in here, and I think I'll do that. Okay, we've got a 9. Let's do the red 4 then. So I'm going to discard 1. What am I going to discard? Alright, red 9. Okay, now we've got some 7s that can be used. So if I put that one in there, I will need a discard of 1. This is my 4th summit card, so this is the last one I can discard. I need to keep the final one, otherwise I cannot win the game. And look, another 5. But we need a green card in here, so I can't do that. Got a green 2, which I can't use. Could look at using the blue campfire, because at the moment it's sort of clogging up my hand a little bit. I don't really think there's anything viable for me to move up there, which is a bit of a shame. I could place, if I place this here, that's a viable move, but it's going to require a discard of 2 because it's higher to the 3. If I do that, I mean, I could easily get rid of the green 2. Okay, let's cycle through my hand a bit, and we'll get rid of blue 9 as well. Now I'm starting to discard a bit more than I'd like. Okay, we've got a 10 and 11. A green campfire. That could be useful. I think I'm going to use the green campfire now. Except what I've done is completely total my game by playing that there. So I have to do a 4, 4, 5 here. This is what happens when you lose concentration. So this is going to have to be a green 4. So up it goes. I say I did that deliberately to show you how easily things can go south. So look, it's not the end of the world. I can still complete a 4, 4, 5 along here. I'm probably going to need to use the blue campfire to move that one up there to do it. Okay. No discard because there's a 4 next to a 4. Okay, that's pretty useful. I can place the red 6 in here. Because then that would allow me to do my 4, 4, 5. So let's do that. I need a discard of 1. And we'll do the 9. Okay. So I really want to do that 4 for 5 before I forget again. So if I use my blue campfire, I move that up there, I place that there, and that will mean a discard of 1. So I have no use for this blue 2, so that can go. And that means I did actually manage to do my 4, 4, 5, so that can go off over there. So just the 10, 10, 11 and the green path that we've got to worry about now, as well as obviously completing the game. I have 10, 11, 11, so I could start a new row with a 10 there, and then I could use a bridge. I think that might be my last bridge. I've used a lot of them. And let's finish off this row here, I think, with the blue 7. 10, 10, 11. I only need one of these. Let's get rid of the blue. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the 10, 10, 11 now, which is going to mean a slightly higher discard. I'm not too worried about the 7 or the 4. And then if I place this in here, then you can see that green path is continuing up. No discard for that one. Okay, don't see any reason. There is my final summit card, so that cannot be discarded. So let's do that. And let's discard the 12. So look, 10, 10, 11. There they are. Final panorama completed. So that can go over there. So we're all done with the panoramas, and now we just have to complete the mountain and make sure that green path winds its way up to the top before I run out of cards. So I could place the green 7 in here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a new row. And got more 8s. So let's do a green 8 to start the new row. Because if I do this, then I can place the green 7 in there, which will allow the green path to continue again. Okay, well, let's do that. What am I going to discard? So that final card can be the 11, so why don't we do the 10 instead? So the one thing I can't do here is place the bridge, because it is not going to be between 2 cards. That's really the only rule you have to remember about the bridges. Here I could place a 9, so discard a 2. I don't really want to do that, so again I might look at starting another row. I've got a sort of 12, 11, 10, 9 thing going on here. I'm going to start with the 9. A green 4. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. I'm not. How am I going to play it now? I'm going to have to discard something. So, green 4 in there. We're keeping the green 10 because I'm going to place that next to there. So let's get rid of red 12. Oh, right. Well, green 9 then. Why not? Except... yeah, okay. Yeah, alright, green 9. In you go. Blue 5. So I don't have any bridges currently on the board that need covering, so that's good. So that blue 5 is probably not going to have its day. It's just possible it could end up there. Not if I play the blue 6 next to it. So, blue 6 next to the 7. Let's get rid of the 5. Okay, yeah, these numbers are working for me. So let's do blue 11 in here. I've got another 9 that can go in there. Could do a red 7. Oh no, it can't go in there. Oh yes, it can. Of course it can. Okay, let's do that. So this one or this one needs to be green to continue our lovely green path up to the summit. I'm going to hold fire a little bit and let's see what we draw. So I think I'm going to have to place the red 7 in there, discard the 2. I can't play the red 8, but I could play the green 10. Now, here's the thing. I cannot play the 6 in this row because that is row 7. So I need to be careful here. I think I need to keep that green 10 probably to go here. So what if I do red 11 in there? Red campfire, okay. Particularly useless at this point. The only 2 places I can play are next to reds, so I can't use that yet. I could place a bridge, but I don't need to because I've got that. So let's get rid of the 6, which I cannot use. Oh, it's going to be close. Got another 6 I can't use, but I could use it to discard. I can't place the 8 there, and neither can I place a bridge. So this is what you find with the bridges, that you probably need to use them earlier on, because remember, you can't place them on the edge of the grid. So I can't place a bridge here, and I can't place a bridge here. So I think we're done with the bridges really, so I could probably discard one. But here's the thing, I don't have anything particularly to play. I'm going to discard 2 cards. And I'm going to discard the 6 and a bridge, controversially. I could have used Guide Rape, I suppose. That kind of feels like that ship has sailed. Okay, got a blue 10, which wouldn't be bad up here as well, but I can fill this gap. So let's do that. Blue 10 in there. I've got a discard of 1. So I know I can't use my bridges anymore, so that can go. Slightly low cards, interesting. So, if the green 12 goes up here, then I can use the red campfire, and I can move the 11 up. So I think that works for me. Assuming, of course. Oh, would you look at that? So, red campfire. Let's move that 10 up there for no discard. Blue 12, on it goes. And then the summit card. Hey! And that is a win, ladies and gents, because look, we did all 3 panorama objectives that we had at the start. We have completed a lovely green path that went from the very bottom all the way up to the summit. And then we placed a summit card before, not before I ran out of cards, that's not exactly what I mean, but in terms of before you run out of actions. So I was able to be quite efficient. I had 1 card left in my draw pile and discarded 24 cards. So there you go. There's a little demonstration of a solo playthrough. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
You've been watching Board Game Hub. Please remember to like and subscribe if you like the content. Until next time, farewell.